What's up, everybody? It's JP here, and today we're going to be having a look at a huge breakthrough in development for the Droid Bionic, and that is the ability to now boot custom kernels on the Bionic, and that is brought to you by Safestrap 2.10. Has the ability to boot custom kernels, which allows for the custom kernels allow for overclocking at the kernel level, increased battery life. Let's see what else. Maybe some optimizations, as well as maybe getting camera working, and it should be able to fix the animation bug that we see in some of the ice cream sandwich ROMs. So to demonstrate all of this, first we're going to demonstrate the Safestrap 2.10. So I'll do that by just starting up the phone here, and you'll see the new Safestrap sort of logo screen, and then I'll boot into Safestrap. So here we go. Here's the Safestrap boot screen, and I'm gonna just go into menu, and that was the new Safestrap splash screen that comes up before your phone starts to boot. And then I will show you that this is indeed Safestrap Recovery 2.10. Alright, there we go. Safestrap Recovery 2.10. It doesn't look like I can get any closer there, but so this is definitely a huge update, because so many people and developers have been waiting for this for so long, because it does enable some tweaking and some stuff that can go on that enhances our experiences in the ROMs. There is really no changes on the top, anything that you're going to use, other than the fact that under the hood you can now flash a custom kernel with Safestrap. But other than that, there is no visual changes. So we're just going to reboot, and I do have the CyanogenMod 9 ROM that has a custom kernel built into it. And I will show you the boot sequence here for a ROM that does indeed have a custom kernel. And you will see the Safestrap splash screen once again here. And, well, I guess, there we go. And then it almost looks like it reboots, which is kind of what it's supposed to do. As you can see, the phone basically went completely dead, and now it seems to be starting back up. So we'll wait here. We should see the CyanogenMod 9 boot animation here in a few seconds. Alright, there we go. And we are booting CyanogenMod 9. And this ROM has actually been really quick to boot. And as you can see, that was really quick after all that kernel stuff got sorted out, after all the Safestrap stuff got sorted out. This ROM has been pretty good for me so far, but it does have some pretty significant downsides. Probably won't be using this as your daily driver, and I'll show you why. One, the camera doesn't work at all. Two, actually, this isn't really a big knock on the developers, because this might not be their issue, but actually I'm going to show you here. Focus. As you can see, kernel version is not the stock kernel. It is from rombot.org, it's by hashcode. And the memory is 658 megabytes, which is down from the 800 megabytes or so that was available to the system before. So those are two, the camera and the memory. The camera is definitely a major bug. The memory is a less major bug, unless you are super picky about how much memory you have available to you, which I could see why. You want to get the most out of your phone if you're going to be running a custom ROM, But the orientation animation bug has been like half fixed and half not, and I'll show you. You turn it, the screen turns off, and for a split second, and then comes back on and rotates. So I'm not really sure if that's supposed to be our fix or not. If it is, that's sort of a fix and sort of not. I noticed that animations overall in this have been a little bit more choppy than normal. They're definitely not as smooth as the non custom kernel build of the CyanogenMod 9. And actually, I'm going to benchmark here, and I'll show you kind of what this kernel does here. One thing I did notice is that Wi-Fi does connect a lot faster than it did with the stock kernel, which I don't know if that has to do with the kernel, or it has to do with the ROM. I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing it probably has to do with the kernel. But so we're benchmarking the CPU now, memory, I/O. Alright, so frames per second, 43 on there. Actually, I suppose I could show you here if we can focus it. 61 frames per second. This is what I was benchmarking before. This is I think this is a step up from what we were seeing before. And let's see here, what does it say? 40 frames a second. I guess that's actually lower than usually what it is. It's usually around 60 for this benchmark. And that's basically average. Usually it tops out at 45 on this benchmark. And now it is done, and our device, wow, this ROM is definitely very sporadic. But our device, 3062, off of, almost no optimization. It's just a custom kernel, which is pretty good, but definitely not as high as it can be, and not as high as it probably will get. This ROM has been very sporadic, though. I've had 2600, 2800, and now 3000, which is a lot more than what I had anticipated for this kernel. So some things to worry about with this ROM is that you don't have a camera, you don't have as much memory available to you as you might want. You also, the animations aren't as smooth as they probably should be or can be, and the battery life hasn't been very good for me at all for this with this ROM. So definitely probably not a daily driver, but something to watch out for in the near future as far as Bionic development. But that's about all I have for today, folks. I'll see you in the next video.